this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs with moving averages, today's support, resistance and pivot levels and the Fibonacci's. It is Monday the 6th of September. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, mixed start to the day. Going to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 51,050 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 52,630. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break back through to 52,000 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Bitcoin target 55,000 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 53,480. Fall through the pivot will bring the 23.6% fib at 5473 and the first major support level at 5200 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay close sub 49,000. Second major support level sits at 48,620. Looking at the MACDs, slight narrowing of the bullish histograms through the turn of the day, but no signs of a bearish cross, so keep an eye on that for direction through the morning. On the EMAs, that's a bullish signal, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, signaling further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot, move back through to 52,000 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Moving across Ethereum against US dollar, it's been a bearish start to the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3924 to take a run at the first major resistance level 4011. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ethereum to break out from yesterday's high that was at 3982.64. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, should see Ethereum target resistance at 4150 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 4070. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 3864 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 3800 levels. Second major support level sits at 3777. Looking at the MACDs, marked narrowing of the bullish histograms through the turn of the day, so look out for a bearish cross there. On the EMAs, 50 is holding its ground against the 100 and the 200, so no signs of a marked narrowing to suggest further downside ahead, so keep an eye on that. So key would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 3924 and move through yesterday's high at 3982.64 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that, support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, particularly bearish start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 225 and the 38.2% fib at 223 to bring the first major resistance level at 240 into play. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break out from yesterday's high, those at 232.64. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, we've got the second major resistance level at 247. Fall through the pivot and through the 38.2% fib would bring the first major support level at 218 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should avoid sub 210s. Second major support level sits at 203. Looking at the MACDs, we also have a narrowing of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day, so look out for a further narrowing and a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, that's still a bullish signal, however, 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200, suggesting further upside ahead. So key would be to avoid the pivot at 225 and move through this morning's high and yesterday's high 232 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against US dollar, it's been a bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid the pivot at 1.2858 to break back through the first major resistance level at 1.3337. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Ripple's XRP to hold on to 1.33s, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect this morning's high 1.34039 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ripple's XRP target 1.40 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1.3605. A fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 1.2590 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should avoid second major support level at 1.2112. Looking at the MACDs, got a widening of the bullish histograms at the turn of the day. That's supporting further upside ahead, so look out for a further widening there. On the EMAs, we're seeing the 50 EMA pull away from the 100 and the 200, also suggesting further upside ahead. So key through the early part of the day, Ripple's XRP has just moved back through the first major resistance level, will be to move through this morning's high 1.34309 and back through to 1.35 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels could come into play.